guys, still your leaders over in League 2 as Carlisle keep up the heat. But what's going to happen this weekend as the latest round of matches come at you? And of course, latest picks. Who's going to be out top in the leaderboard? We'll take a little look at it next. That's right, folks, back once again for another pretty show today. We take a look at Matchday number 19 out in League 2, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, smash your subscribe button to keep you banging up to date with all things League 2 related, Blackburn Rovers related, world football related. We're going to all hear under one broski bloody Nora. Whoa, what am I doing? Of course, yes, Newport County keeping up the heat out in League 2. Carlisle stepping up to the plate themselves as realistic automatic contenders. We'll talk more about that in a minute. Of course, one big shout out to the Patreons. You know bloody who you are. Of course, we've got 22 of the guys. We're trying to get up to 25. Could you be the latest member of the gang? Well, if you are, if you want to become the latest member of the gang, you've got to go to the link down below, patreon.com/Roverseas. Also, while you're at it, check out the links in the description. I'm on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, whatever. They're all in there. Check them out. Smash me up on the follow, and we could be chatting over Christmas dinner next week. Oh yes, it's that. We're at that stage, folks. We're at that stage. It is getting into it. Of course, we're going to take a look back of your matches, of course, my picks and all that kind of jazz, and then see who is coming out on top out in La Prediction League. Oh, here we bloody go. Kicking it all off, of course, it is Morecambe. They just take on Leyton Orient, and they bloody won. Surprise, surprise there. Goal scorers on the day. Sam Lavelle on the score sheet. Who else was on there for Morecambe? It was actually Carlos Mendes Gomez, Danny Johnson on the score sheet for Leyton Orient, giving themselves a bit of hope. And unfortunately, wrong. I got that one right though. Absolutely bang on the bloody nose. Bang on the schnoskies. Cambridge against Carlisle. That ended up as a 2-1 win for Cambridge on this one. Actually went with a 2-1 win myself. Not too bad as well on that. Start off nicely there. Goal scorers on the day. Paul Mullen with a couple of goals there. Michael Follovey on the score sheet there for Colchester, giving them some hope, but ultimately wrong. Carlisle 1-0 winners over Mansfield. Good. Mansfield, of course, on the climb themselves. Omari Patrick on the score sheet for Carlisle, giving themselves the W. Actually went with a 3-0 win myself. Not too shabby. Oldham, though, they did suffer a defeat to Walsall. Actually went with a 2-0 win for Oldham. I backed Oldham. What am I thinking? 3-2 win, though, for Walsall. Josh Gordon from penalty spot. Carl Pellegrini with a big fat OG. Elijah Adebayo on the score sheet. Goodness gracious me. I need bloody new glasses. I can't bloody read. Meanwhile, Dylan Fage and Carl Piangini again on the score sheet in the right end this time, giving Oldham a bit of hope, and unfortunately wrong. Actually remember the 2-0 win for Oldham, but shame on me. Port Vale, though, against Forest Green Rovers, then Vegans. It was a draw in the end, 1-1 in the end. Who was happy about that? Not me. Where's my pick? Actually, no, I'm happy with that because I got that one bang on the bloody nose. Chris Stokes with a big fat OG, and Alan Collins scoring for the Vegans to give themselves some hope. Salford City against Newport County was a 1-1 draw as well. Actually went with a 2-1 win for Salford. Actually thought they might cause an upset. A little bit of an upset there. Tom Clark on the score sheet. Josh Sheehan getting Newport County back into it late on with a late equaliser. Meanwhile, Scunthorpe United back to winning ways over managerless Barrow. Of course, David Don, no longer ex-Rover legend. Unfortunately, not good enough in the old managerial stakes this time. Scott Quigley getting the goal for Barrow. Bo Issa on the score sheet with Jordan Clark as well, giving Scunthorpe some another 3 points in the bag. Meanwhile, Bolton back to winning ways with a 1-0 win over Cheltenham. Big result that. Actually went with a 3-0 win for Cheltenham. But yeah, result. Ryan Delaney late on that game, 91st minute, to give Bolton the 3 points. Much needed 3 points as well. Crawley against Bradford. 1-0 win. Sorry, a 2-0 win for me. 1-1 was the final score. Of course, managerless Bradford. I don't know if they ever put in a new one. Lee Novak on the score sheet. Harry Pritchard with a late equaliser, big fat OG, giving Crawley a share of the spoils. Yeah, so managerless Barrow, managerless Bradford. Exeter City, though, they actually lost to Harrogate. A surprise result there. Actually went with a 3-1 win for Exeter. 2-1 win for Harrogate in the end. Brendan Keeman on score sheet with Jack Muldoon. Jake Taylor giving Exeter a bit of hope there, but ultimately too little, too late. Southend again continued to defy the odds. 3-1 win over Grimsby. Actually went with a 1-0 win for Grimsby. Shame on me, I would say. Shame on bloody me. Carl Taylor on the score sheet, Tom Clifford, Greg Holford as well for Southend, Aaron Jackson Jr. and on the score sheet with Luke Waterfall. Nice name, but unfortunately he got himself sent off. Meanwhile, we got Tranmere against Stevenage was postponed. As you can see, I only got myself 5, which is pretty shitty in the bloody end. Table looks like this though. Newport County, you have a 2-point cushion over Carlisle. Cheltenham also not too far away either. The Vegans up to 4th, Exeter 5th, Cambridge 6th, and Colchester realistic playoff contenders again. Meanwhile, the further table, Southend, Stevenage going down. Barrow, Bradford, Grimsby, not out of the woods just yet. Port Vale, they're doing all right, but Bolton are on the climb once again. Morecambe still in the discussion as well. That's good to see, though. Good to bloody see. Next up, though, let's take a look at how you guys got on. Let's get into it. 0 to 3 in the Shitface Gang, 4 to 8 Shitface Club. 9+. You're in the top bins, of course. I don't think there's any of those. Irish Stringer, he did all right. Nathan Heaver, though, he did shocking. Shepherd also did ghastly. And Omer Esquivel, the Mexican sniper, did poop. This face here did shit, but you're all right. I'm giving you a round of applause because I don't know why. Cody Ho, well done, brother. You did shit like me. The D-Man also did poop. Russell Frost also did very poopy. Olagiojo, shocking. Gaming Charlie also did ghastly. And Astel Fang, with cool name, but shit picks. Meanwhile, Alex Weller did poop. Clap for you. I don't know why, just because. Elgin Cow, well done to you as well. Poopity scoopity. Ultra Omiyar, shocking. Yannick Buster did poop. Okay, didn't do okay. Zappy Crook did poop. Ole Handling also did ghastly. Joachim Jakobsen, standout player. Well done, well done, well done. Of course, that's your picks. What about the leaderboard? Don't look. Close your bloody eyes, everybody. Everybody close your eyes, except if your name is Ivan Stringer and Joachim Jakobsen. Well done to you guys, of course. The only guys ready to stand out and be counted today. Meanwhile, the overall leaderboard, what's that done to the overall table? Let's have a look at it then, shall we? Let's have a look. Here we go. It is Joachim Jakobsen who's leading the charge. Well done, brother. Russell Frost also into second spot alongside Game Charlie. Esquivel in fourth. OK's in fifth. So bow down to your king, boys. That is Joachim Jakobsen, and I'm getting good at saying his name at long last. Joachim Jakobsen. Let's get into it. The next round of matches, of course, taking place this Saturday. Of course, another match day. Just around the corner. It's festive funk. It's just never stops. Let's get into it, of course, and take a little look at it then, shall we? Kick it all off with Barrow against Cheltenham Town. Of course, they played each other in the past, haven't they? I believe they have. They played each other in the past 2 times. There's been 2 wins out of 2 for Cheltenham. Of course, last time out in Barrow was a 2-1 win for Cheltenham back in the National League Premier back in 2016 in February. It was a 2-1 win for Cheltenham. Daniel Wright and Asa Howell on the score sheet with Simon Grand getting a consolation goal there for Barrow. 6 defeats on the spin for Barrow. Absolutely close. At the moment, 3 games without a win for Cheltenham, though. Last time out they were victorious was against Exeter back in the start of December. A look at the situation out in the bookies then, shall we? The bookies have Barrow 2-1 for the victory, 65 is your Cheltenham, 30-5 is your draw. Of course, in the table though, Cheltenham are third, and for them, guess what? They could go second in the table. Barrow are struggling at the moment, 22nd in the spot in the league, and for them, they could actually go as high as 19th in the tier. I've gone with a 2-0 win for Cheltenham on this one. Barrow, they are now that my association with Rovers is gone. Unfortunately, I think you're going to go down. I think you're in a bit of a bother there. Next up, Bolton Wanderers taking on Tranmere Rovers, of course, the Battle of the Rovers. Played each other in the past. How many times? They played each other 23 times. The past 9 wins for Bolton, 7 wins for Tranmere, and 8 bloody draws, of course. The last 6, 3 for Bolton, 2 for Tranmere, and 1 draw. Last time out was in League 1 in 2020, of course, a 2-0 win for Bolton. Dennis Poltich on scoring. Chris O'Grady as well, a 2-0 win for Bolton. Heading into this, though, Bolton just 1 win in 3. 2 defeats in the past 6, if you want to look at it that way. 2 defeats in the past 5 for Tranmere, as they just don't know what they're going to do with themselves this season. A quick look at the situation out in the bookies then, shall we? Bolton a 30-10 for the victory, 90-10 is your Tranmere, 5-2 is your draw. Of course, Bolton coming to 12th, and win for them, they could go as high as 6th in the table. Tranmere in 15th, and win for them, they could go as high as 9th in the table. It is that tight, airtight in this division. I've gone with Bolton this one. I think they're going to start to click into gear now and hopefully make a charge up the table and get themselves back into League 1. Next up, we have Bradford against Cambridge. Managerless Bradford taking on Cambridge High Flyers, of course. Played each other in the past. How many times they played each other in the past? 2 times, actually. 1 win for Cambridge, 1 draw. Nothing for Bradford, of course. Heading into this, they actually played 3 times, 1 win apiece. Last time out in Bradford was a 0-0 draw back in League 2 in August. It was a 0-0 draw. The only incident, Liam O'Neill get himself sent off for Cambridge. Heading into this though, Bradford, horrible form. 3 wins all season, 5 defeats in the past 6 for them. Meanwhile, Cambridge 2 wins in the past 3 for them, but not the best bit of form really overall grand scheme of things. Look at the situation out in the league on this one, on the bookies on this one. 31-20 for Bradford, 12-5 is draw. 13-8 is your Cambridge. Cambridge coming to this in 6th. They're hanging on in there, and win for them, they could actually go as high as 5th. Bradford are in a bit of trouble themselves. 21st spot in the moment, and win for them, they could go as high as 19th in the table. I've gone with a 0-0 on this one. Again, Bradford continue to grind out the points with their new manager in waiting, I guess. Meanwhile, Colchester taking on Morecambe. Let's have a look at this one then, shall we? Played each other in the past a few times, according to my knowledge. They've actually played each other 8 times, 1 win apiece and 6 draws, in fact. Last time out, or last 6, 1 win apiece and 4 draws as well. Last time out in Morecambe was a 1-1 draw. That was back in January 2020. 2020 last time out. And Colchester, it was a 1-0 win for Morecambe. That's right, Cole Stockton on the score sheet. Heading into this, Morecambe winning 4 out of the past 5 games heading into this bad boy. Just the only hiccup was a defeat to Newport. On the flip side, just 1 defeat the past 5 for Colchester. That was against Cambridge United just the other day. So a chance for all that to kind of pan out a little bit. Let's take a look at the situation out with the bookies then, shall we? Colchester on this one, 29-20 for the W, 30-5 is draw, 70-10 is your Morecambe on this one. Morecambe coming to this in 8th, and with this, they could go as high as 5th in the bloody league. That's right, put that in your pipe and smoke it. Colchester, though, coming into this in 7th, and with them, they could go as high as 5th as well. They are level pegging on this one. Tight one this to call. I've gone with a draw on this one, which will be happy for Morecambe. I think they will be happy to get more points on the road on this one. Next up, Stevenage up against Exeter City then, taking on each other for the, what would be the 27th time, previous 26, 5 wins for Stevenage, 12 wins for Exeter, and 9 draws. Yes. Last 6, 1 win for Stevenage, 4 for Exeter, and 1 draw indeed. Last time out in Stevenage was a 1-0 win for Exeter back in August 2019 in League 2. Nicky Law on the score sheet. Heading into this, though, Exeter just 1 win and 4 for them. That was against Tranmere. On the flip side, 3 games without a win for Stevenage, 2 draws in that discussion as well. Heading into this, the bookies' odds on this one then, shall we? What do we have at the bookies' odds? Stevenage are actually, I can't see them. I don't even know. I think Russell Frost is in my ear. Yep, it's been postponed. COVID is on this one, but we're going to pick it anyway. Situation out in the league sees Stevenage in 23rd spot, and for them, they would have gone up as high as 19th if they would have been victorious. Exeter, though, competing for the top 3 spots at the moment, but they sit 5th, and for them, they could go as high as 3rd if the game was to go ahead. But I believe this one has been postponed. I've gone with a 2-0 win though for Exeter. We'll put it down in there anyway. Walsall taking on Port Vale. Let's get into this one then, shall we? Played each other in the past. According to my brain, 43 times, 19 wins for Walsall, 14 wins for Port Vale, and 10 draws. The last 6 sees 3 for Walsall, 2 for Port Vale, and 1 bloody draw. That draw was last time out in Walsall back in February 2020. Elijah Adebayo on the score sheet with Josh Gordon as well. Leon Legg, Scott Burgess on the score sheet with Port Vale heading into this. Port Vale unbeaten in 4, Walsall unbeaten in 5. Take that and have that, they say, of course. Take a look at the situation out in the bookies then. 30-10 for Walsall, 5-2 is draw, 15-8 is your away win. That is, of course, Port Vale. Port Vale come to this on the climb-ish and 14th spot at the moment. Over them, they could go back into 9th spot. Meanwhile, Walsall making a push as well in 11th spot at the moment. And for them, they could go 5th in the table. Indeedios. I've gone with the 2-1 win for Walsall on this one. I like Port Vale, but unfortunately, I don't think they got the quality anymore. Next up, they have Vegans up against Carlisle. This one's a really good one. 2nd against 4th. Take a closer look at this one then, shall we? Taking place in Vegan City, of course. That's right. Played each other. How many times? They've played each other in the past. 10 times. 2 wins for Forest Green, 5 for Carlisle, and 3 draws, of course. Last 6 sees 1 win for the Vegans, 2 for Carlisle, and 3 draws. Last time out was a 4-1 win for Carlisle. Smashed them, it was back at the start of the year. 28th of January it was. Nathan Thomas with a hat-trick, Joshua Coyote as well. Carl Winchester from Supernatural, of course, on the old score sheet there for the Vegans. Heading into this bad boy. The Vegans just 1 defeat the past 6 for them. They're losing to Oxford in the Papa John's Trophy. Meanwhile, Carlisle 4 wins on the bloody spin. One of the form teams in the bloody league. Take a close look at the situation out in the bookies then, shall we? Forest Green are actually 11-8 for the W, 12-5 is draw, 90-10 is your Carlisle. Carlisle coming to this, of course, 2nd spot and a win for them. Guess what? Top of the pops. Oh yeah, that beckons for them if they can get a bit of lady duck elsewhere. On the flip side, Forest Green Rovers also could go 2nd in the table with the W on this one. I'm going with a 2-2 draw. I can't separate the 2 sides. Can you? Make sure you get picks in nice and early for this bad boy. Next up, we have Holloway's boys taking on Scunthorpe, who are on the climb themselves. Grimsby, Scunthorpe, locking horns for what would be the 20th time. 8 wins for Grimsby, 3 for Scunthorpe, and 8 draws, of course. Last 6, he's 2 wins for Grimsby, 3 for Scunthorpe, and 1 draw. Last time out in Grimsby was a 1-0 win for Scunthorpe. That was back in December 2019. Right about this time last season, Kevin Van Veen on the score sheet for Scunthorpe. Heading into this, Scunthorpe just 3 wins and 3 defeats at the past 6. Grimsby without a win in 5. Absolutely clueless at the moment. They need something special. Unfortunately, Holloway's boys are struggling. 8-5 for the W for Grimsby, 11-5 is draw, 70-10 is your Scunthorpe on this one. Scunthorpe are actually in 18th spot, and for them they could go up to 16th, whereas Grimsby are in 20th, and for them they could go as high as 19th in the table. Just a 1 point in there. I believe in the Holloway. Can he do it? I bloody hope so, with a 1-0 win for Grimsby over Scunthorpe. Next up we have Harrogate taking on Salford City. Of course, played each other in the past. They have, I'm sure they have, and they climb to the table. 2 wins out of 2 for Salford over Harrogate, indeed. And in fact, there's been more than that. According to my knowledge, in the last 6, there's been 1 win for Harrogate, 4 for Salford, and 1 draw. Last time out in Harrogate was a 1 win for Salford. That was in the Northern League Premier back in March 2019. Devontae Redmond on score sheet for Salford in a 1-0 win. Heading into this, Harrogate just 1 win and 5 for them. That was, of course, against Exeter the other day. Meanwhile, 1 win and 6 for Salford. That was against Barrow at the start of the month. And not draws knocking around, but realistically, not many points on the board as they continue to struggle. Harrogate odds on 30 to 8 for the W, 23 to 10 is your draw, 13 to 8 is also your away win. They cannot be separated in the bookies, of course. They cannot really be separated in the league, or can they? 9th place Salford, for them they could go as high as 5th in the table. Harrogate down in 17th now after a good start to the season. A win for them, they could go as high as Swallow in the league. I've gone with a 0-0 draw on this one again. Can't separate two sides with the form on this one. Leyton Orient though, they're taking on Crawley. Played each other in the past. How many times? I'll tell you how many times. They've played each other in the past 11 times. 3 wins for Crawley. Leyton Orient, 8 wins for Crawley, no draws indeed. Last 6 sees 2 for Leyton Orient, 4 for Crawley, no draws. Last time out at Brisbane Road, it's up here, lads. It was a 3-2 win for Crawley. That was back in August 2019. Nathan Ferguson on the score sheet, Ollie Palmer with a couple of goals there, Josh White and Lee Agnall on the score sheet for Leyton Orient. Heading into this, Leyton Orient 1 win in the past 4, losing 3, winning 1. Of course, on the flip side, Crawley coming to this unbeaten in 5, picking up 3 draws and 2 wins as well. In all competitions, look at the situation out at the bookies then, shall we? Leyton Orient 65 for the W, 2-1 is your away win, 30-5 is your draw. Crawley coming to this 13th spot at the moment, and win for them. They could go as high as 9th. Leyton Orient are in amongst that playoff discussion. Win for them in 10th. They could go as high as 5th in the table. Indeedio. I've gone with 2-0 win for Leyton Orient at Brisbane Road. No questions asked. Piece of piss. Take that one to the bag. Mansfield Town taking on Southend. Let's get into it, of course, on the past. Southend, where are you? There they are. They played each other in the past 15 times, 6 wins apiece and 3 draws. The last 6 sees 2 wins for Mansfield, 3 for Southend and 1 bloody draw. Last time out at Mansfield was a 2-1 win for Southend back in 2014. In November, Ryan Leonard on score sheet, David Worrell as well. Ollie Palmer on score sheet for Mansfield. I think Leonard is now in Millwall, was that right, in the Championship? Correct me if I'm wrong. Heading into this though, Southend unbeaten in 3, picking up 2 wins and a draw to boot. Meanwhile, Scunthorpe just 1 defeat past 5 for them, however, without a win in 3 also. A look at the situation out in the bookies then, shall we? Scunthorpe, Mansfield. Did I say Mansfield? I don't know. Anyways, Mansfield we're looking at here. They're taking on Southend, 2-1 on for Mansfield. Stone Cold favourite, 7-2 is your 90-4 is your away win. Of course, Mansfield are actually in 19th spot and win for them. They could maybe close in on Scunthorpe, who are in 18th. Southend are struggling still, 24th spot on the table, but a win for them. They could actually go above Bradford in the process into 21st spot on the table. I've gone with a 3-1 win for Mansfield on this one. And wrapping it up, it is the leaders, Newport County taking on Oldham, of course. Play each other in the past. How many times they played each other in the past? 6 times, 2 wins for Newport County, 3 for Oldham and 1 draw. Indeed, last 4 sees 2 wins for Newport, 2 for Oldham, no draws. Last time out at Newport was 1-0 win for Oldham. It's actually back-to-back wins for Oldham heading into this, and back-to-back games without conceding a goal against Newport County though. Newport County coming to this over 1 defeat the past 6, losing to Leyton Orient a couple of games back. Meanwhile, Oldham 3 wins and 3 defeats of the past 6. Very, very hot Scotch, hot and cold kind of team at the moment. I just don't know what to get out of these guys. Look at the situation out in the bookies. I can't see any odds on this one, so I'm not sure if this game. There it is. 5-4 on for Newport. Stone Cold favourites 11-4 is your 65 inch Oldham. Oldham coming to this in 16th in a win for them. They could go as high as 12th in the table. Newport are Stone Cold running away with it at the moment, and a win for them. They could open up a 5-point lead depending on what else goes on elsewhere. I've gone with that though. I've gone with the 2-0 win for Newport County again. Extend their lead out in League 2 and maybe get a little bit closer to the promotion stakes. That's what I think will happen. Of course, if I'm right, this is what the table would look like. It says Newport County top of the top. So they're 4 points clear over Cheltenham and Carlisle. And it does say follow us on Instagram. I am on Instagram, but that's not really what I'm intending to do there. But anyway, you can follow me on Instagram. Down the foot of the table, Stevenage and Southend going down. Barrow, not too far away either. Walsall, Leyton Orient, Exeter and Forest Green Rovers make up your playoffs. And that, my friends, is what I've got for you in that. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early for La Prediction League, of course. And we'll do it all again, of course, next time around. The games are coming thick and fast, left, right, and centre. I just can't stop to even think about it. Be sure to get your picks in nice and early. Again, if there are any errors, let me know. You can let me know on YouTube or on Twitter. It's probably better to do that because it's a direct hit. Where on the comments you can kind of get lost away down there. So make sure you follow me on Twitter, which links are down below. And also check out the link if you want to become the latest member of the Patreon gang. We're trying to get up to 25, or it's 22 right now. So could you be the next one? Check out the links. I'll see you all very, very soon. Now get your picks in nice and early, but be safe out there. And happy pre-Christmas. If I can get my words out. But I'll see you before then. Until then, though, mask up.